women used to have separate jumps on slopestyle courses to now, you know, women are doing triple corks. And what I maybe never thought I would see in my career is that day that people stop saying, oh, that was good for a girl. And this new generation of girls with Anna at the forefront, they are going to be that generation that changes that.
She's pushed women's snowboarding. She pretty much introduced the new level of women's snowboarding to snowboarding.
Attempted that cab 1080 double cork. Looks like she's going for it again. Boom! Holy! Oh, does anybody else have shivers? Because I do.
My name is Anna Gasser and I grew up in a small village in Austria. It's pretty typical Austrian, like there are a lot of farms, a lot of cows and a pretty lake and a lot of mountains. I started skiing when I was 5, but it was never something I really enjoyed. It was something I did with my family maybe 4 or 5 times a year, but I didn't like the cold, I didn't like at that age being with my parents too much, and yeah, it just was never a passion of mine.
It was very important for me to teach them skiing, and she did it, and she did it well. But then she wanted to make gymnastics, and she hadn't so much time. The weekend they had training, and then we went skiing, but she always said, I hate the winter, it's so cold. And when we got up with the lift, then she said, I'm so cold, I don't want to ski again. And she hated the winter.
Well, me and my sister both did gymnastics, and it was kind of fun. We always were competing against each other and trying to beat each other at who can do the longer handstand, who can do the better splits, who can do the better jumps. So it was I think it was a healthy competition. I stopped doing gymnastics when I was 14, and then I just focused on school for the next 4 years, and I missed having a sport that I loved. I think, especially in Austria, people didn't know snowboarding that well. They didn't know what slopestyle or bigger even meant, and the same with my parents. They couldn't really relate to what I was doing.
Anna Gasser stopping the cab 10 double cork. Oh, the heaviest of the heavy.
So when I started snowboarding, I think the first day I just went straight for a week. There was no breakdance, and after that week I was okay in turning and going down the slopes with no problem. I never wanted to stop snowboarding after I started. I think the first time I hit a jump, I actually broke my arm, and even then I was the thing I was most worried about was the next time I could get on my board. After I finished my high school diploma, I had 1 year time to try to live kind of my dream. And if it doesn't work after that year, I go to college.
It was not easy for us, because I wanted that she went to university, that she had a good education and later a good job.
I don't think they didn't believe in me. It was just the fact that I started all by myself with no really system and really late. In that 1 year, I went to the United States because in the US, freestyle snowboarding was and probably still is so much bigger than in Austria.
I said to myself, why not to go to America only for the language and for her dream? She was so focused that I knew I couldn't stop her.
Probably one of the craziest and hardest decisions of my life. I had English in school, but it was not that I could speak it fluently, and I couldn't 100% understand what I was doing, and it was kind of scary going by myself and not knowing what would happen. I got pretty homesick after 2 or 3 weeks, and I was thinking, was this the right decision that I made? Can I even call my parents to ask them if I can go home? But I just pulled through it, and I think after 4 weeks I was so happy to be there, and I found new friends, and everyone was so helpful and open-minded, and I really enjoyed the time. My parents were like, okay, your year is over, now you go to college, but I decided to go to college in Innsbruck. There are so many mountains and snowbanks around, and I knew even with going to college I would have enough time to pursue snowboarding.
It began to be difficult, and the teachers talked to me, she has to learn more. I thought she was in school, but she wasn't in school. She was on the mountain.
I only went to college 4 times because then I did my first competition, and it was the O'Neill Evolution in Davos. And I got third there, and I won, I think at that time, 3,000 euros or 4,000 euros. And for me, it was so much money that I was like, well, I'm dropping out of school, I'm going back to the US to train more.
The way she is with snowboarding it's pretty cool to see that she just wants to learn, like progress her snowboarding, and it's not because she wants to be on top podiums, of course that comes with it, but it's also because she just wants to progress and be a good snowboarder overall. I don't think she knew what that would actually ignite that day, like that her career would take off like that.
I started to learn cap underflips that spring before I did the cap double, and they came really natural to me. Of course, I was flipping since I was a little girl, and after a week of doing the cap underflips, that was the first time after I told someone, like, I think I could go double. And at that point, I think the boys were like, no, you're crazy, a girl cannot do a double. Half a year after, I was like, no, it's the time, I'm just gonna try it. I see it in my head, and I think I can do it.
I don't think she planned to do that to be, recognized by the snowboard world, or that was not her priority,
But from one day to another, everyone in the industry at least kind of knew who I was, and I got so much attention I wasn't used to it.
It's crazy because she started so late that she grew up watching me, Jamie, and Annie. Her path has been very specific to her. But I don't think we'll ever see another person like that can come into the game so late and have such a massive effect on the sport. There won't be another Anna Gasser.
If she would write a biography, it'd be already like in a history book. With all those accomplishments over the past few years, XGames. She won pretty much every event there is. She won all those awards. She did all those tricks. And I think that's only a glimpse of where her career is going in the next years.
I was thinking about doing a triple for a couple months, and it was supposed to be a little windy, so when I came up, it was a perfect day, and I was like, the big jumps look really good.
We were up at Stuba at the prime session, and she did a few cap doubles. We were standing up there, and she comes back, and she's like, I think I can do it today. And we were like, what do you mean? I think I can do a triple.
I got really nervous in my stomach, and I knew it was the time to try it. I went into the jump, and I just my body knew what to do. It felt like I didn't even do much myself. It was just like I always imagined it, and it came around perfect.
If you're feeling it at that moment and you just want to get it over with, you might as well, And that's also a cool part about it too. She didn't care if anyone filmed it, you know. She just wanted to do it and stomped it first try.
I never try to think I can't do something because I'm a woman or I'm a girl. I always even tried to prove everyone wrong when they said, yeah, you can't do a double.
I've always believed that girls can do it too, and I think that's what's so special about action sports is that those like barriers aren't like predetermined. Like you look at tennis and like, oh, you guys can't play as long, so you're gonna play shorter matches. You know, women play softball, not baseball. Like, I just think all those traditional sports, there's like all these parameters that are set for women being weaker and, you know, and like less able to play sports.
I think a lot of people thought girls would never be able to do triples, but I think it's pretty cool because as soon as one does a double or a triple, all the other ones see that it's possible. So it's kind of cool that I hopefully can show some girls that everything is possible, but on the other hand, I see myself more as a snowboarder than just as a woman snowboarder.